What's up, everybody? A Spare Wood Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off, we had worked on expanding... Oh, and we also sealed that up, kinda. I forgot about that. Oh, I just realized this could be a second floor. I just saw this. Right here. So, like, if that's the main... wall, we could have another platform come off of this that connects over here. Ooh, that'd be cool. So we did this section over here, all this good stuffs, and the reactor, or the react room, and added some platforms for later sections here and there. But I've had numerous comments, and don't worry, I acknowledge it myself. It's not like I'm oh, I never even thought about it or anything. Like, I totally saw it, and just hadn't gotten there yet. Everything being very dark. So today, I'm going to do some lighting. Now, this may not stay where it is. Like, I'm just going to be placing them at random. But it's mostly just to light things up, so we can see what we're doing a bit better. And I don't have to use as much power by using my suit's lights, because that's no fun. I always can't remember if that was like a lethal drop or not. I kind of forget about that, to be honest, every now and again. That you can actually die in the survival mode by falling. I forget about that a lot, actually. Now this one, I think I may actually place a bit more permanently, or with a bit more permanency in mind, is where what I should have said. The reason being, I'm gonna make those like these like a greenish color, kind of a representation of radiation and bad stuffs. Oh, wait a minute. This is a double point. I forgot about that. There we go. So that should help that a wee bit. And like I said, I'll probably change those colors as well. Actually, let's put one there instead. Can I get a hold of this? Haha. Sweet. Good deal. Alrighty. What else? There was a couple other corner sections. I can't put it there because of the rock. Eh. We'll forget that one for now. That's what I did over there, right? Sure. That works. Okay, and for now we're gonna put some on these steps, even though the end result probably will not have those there. Alright. Yeah, like I said, this isn't really how I'm going to light them up. This is mostly just so that the area is better lit in the future. But these will probably all end up getting torn up and replaced at some point. Mostly whenever I actually fill in the design here and, you know, actually start shaping it into a legitimate base structure and not just random scaffolding. It's probably going to be when it starts taking form and I'll actually figure out where I want lighting and place what and what rooms are what and all that kind of stuff. Because really there's a lot we can do with this area. This is a cool area, especially the whole follow the asteroid shape idea. Okay, that should be good enough that we can start. This is also, for those of you that aren't real familiar with the mechanics of survival, this is also a good way to test if blocks are connected to get power. In case you were, like, wondering, I wonder if this is actually connected. No, don't do that. This. You know, if you're actually wondering, I wonder if this is connected or not, that's a good way to tell, is that you can throw down a interior light, and if it turns on when you complete it, then chances are it's probably connected correctly. Otherwise, it would not get power. Hopefully, though, in the near future, like within the next few weeks, I should be getting, or should be able to get, I'll be able to, like, upgrade my RAM on my computer, because my computer currently, oh, come on, grab that. My computer currently is running about an 8 gigs of RAM, I believe. And my graphics card is pretty good, but games like Space Engineers, Minecraft, things that use a lot of voxel calculations to do all of the crafting and deforming and stuff. They use actually a lot of math calculations, which draws heavily off of the RAM more than the graphics unit, because the graphics is usually dedicated for, like, usually, there's always exceptions to rules, but normally it's usually dedicated to, yeah. That. What am I trying to say? Oh, to, like, 3D models. 3D models, texture mapping, bump mapping, things like that. A lot of that goes to the graphics unit, but the actual, like, where each corner of a square is are all vertex calculations and things like that. A lot of that goes to the RAM, because it's more calculated in numbers. And so, because of that, you can have a really good graphics processor, but if you have decent to, like, bad RAM capacity, then games like Space Engineers and Minecraft can still actually slow down your computer and everything, or just make everything run slow, because it's not really utilizing the full capacity of the graphics unit, but it's like maxing out your RAM kind of thing. So my current system, I never messed with the RAM because it was good enough when I got the system, but that was like 4 years ago. And I think I looked it up, and the motherboard will support like 16, so I'm actually running at half capacity for my system, and I didn't realize that. I was kind of like, oh, hello. So, whenever, I should be getting some more income soon, and when that happens, I should have enough money to buy some more RAM. And then that will make the, you'll probably see the biggest difference in my Space Engineers one. Probably, most likely, it would be Space Engineers or the Crack Pack series that we're running right now that you would see it the most, because those are the two most RAM intensive. Well, nuts. This is kind of working, but kind of not really working the way I wanted it to. I'll tell you what. Let's try something right quick before we go too crazy with this. I wanted it to be brighter to actually, like, light things up. Oh, my energy is not pleasant. I think it's these, because I went from the last. Let's bring up the radius, the intensity. Again, this is not something that you would leave. There we go! Oh man, that's more like it. That's like blinding. We might actually want to turn that down. Tell you what, I'm gonna tweak with some of the lighting settings a bit, maybe weld some more together, and go charge my backpack, and I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, and let there be light. We have light. Hooray, light. Interesting enough, that definitely hit my frame rate, though. That is kind of weird. I mean, it actually makes sense, but I didn't think it would impact it that much. Anyways, so I welded together all of the lights. I haven't color-coded these yet, which is probably what I'm going to work on now. It did a great job of brightening everything up, though, and I finally found a numerical set that I'm pretty happy with, and that is... let me grab these. So what I did was I set it to the max radius, 2 fall off, and 3 intensity, and it's working really well as far as being bright, but not like, oh, my eyes, kind of bright. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way back. Keyboard. Sometimes my keyboard gets... Does that happen to anyone else where you're holding like the WASD for a game and you're holding W and then you let off and every now and again your keyboard just keeps walking even though the key like comes back up? It's really weird. Mine does that every now and again. And it's always different keys. It might be W, it might be D. Just doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is work my way back from 47. Because 47 was the last one I welded before I took a break, and that was before we got to the reactor area. So what I'm going to do... That's not real noticeable. Let's do... Yeah, there we go. Let's see where the purple one is. It's like a game. Find a purple light. Okay, there it is. So that one... What was that, 41 or something? Oops. Ha! Couldn't have done that again if I tried. Well, actually I could have, but, okay, 43 is okay. We'll try 40, and we'll try 35, and do this. Okay, 40... Alright, 35 is in the range that we're looking for. If you don't do this along the way, as far as like set your colors and everything as you're doing lights, this is a pretty decent way of finding the ones you're looking for. Okay, so that's 30. Wait, that was 37. How did that one come later? Or 38. Weird. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Actually, hey, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll just make all of these green. And then whichever one should not be green, we can change back, and whatever is will have already changed. That'll work. Was it 25 that... Yeah, this one I don't think we'll need to do, so let's do these. And I might have to tweak a couple of these, because I think... Oh, what am I doing? Totally forgot you could do it this way. Duh. Let's do 39 just to be safe and see where we end up. Okay, we're missing... Oh, that makes sense, because these I added later along with that one, so those should be the last 3. That actually... No way. That looks perfect. We have that light. Okay. Okay, we're off by that one and that one. Need to be changed. And then the last 3 on the list need to be changed, and then we can add a group to these, actually. So let's do that. 25 and 26 can go back to being normal. then 27 through, is it 39? Let's add these to reactor, or react room. Lights. And then the last 3 need to be done in the same manner. And let's add in these 3. Okay. Now let's double check, make sure we're good. Perfect. No extras, no extras. How about you in the back? Nope, you're okay. None up here? Nope. Alright. Now the one thing, because that's very green, like, I mean, that's uber green. The one thing we may want to do is, not so much of that, but tweak the intensity a little bit. And maybe lower the radius a little bit. Okay. Maybe that was a little too much. I don't want it to be dark, I just didn't want it to be like, that is super bright green. Let's do 2.5 and then maybe add like 100 to each color to kind of lighten the green a little bit. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That looks great. It's green enough to let you know you're in a radiated zone, but not so shockingly green that you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die from the light. Alright, 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 alright. That's really cool. No more having to use my headlamps. Woohoo! The next step for me is going to be twofold. A, I want to probably weld some of this together and make more like this. Make it more legit and look finished. Or finished-er, I guess. More finished. By the way, more finished would be the proper way to say that. Anyways, and the other thing that we need to end up doing is we have the reactor set up here, that like this is going to be the reactor, but we don't really have anywhere else established. We just kind of were making shapes and platforms. So we need to kind of iron out what's going to be what and figure out what purpose this stuff's going to be. Personally, I'm kind of thinking we're gonna, for all of those of you that are gonna comment on this, what we're gonna do is call this Platform A, or something like that. This will be, actually, just ignore that for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but we'll call this Platform A. This empty area, even though it's not filled in, it will be, so we'll call this Platform B, and then we'll call this Platform C. So, and this will be, you know, hangar section, ramp, something, I don't know. Because I don't know what that's for yet. I'm kind of thinking Platform A here will most likely end up, since we have the mods for, like, living quarters, not living quarters, but, like, tables, TV, kitchen, that kind of thing, because this is kind of a small area. It's enough that we could make, like, you know, a lounging couch with a TV and a, you know, a fridge and a stove over here, but it's not really big enough to be like, oh, let's make our, you know, storage system over here. So I'm thinking that'll be like lounge food area. One of them. I plan on having more than one, but that's one of them. This, I don't know, this looks like it could be a storage room. Like, instead of filling all this in, we might be able to, oh, I love this. Wait. Where's the normal containers? They should have storage in the name. Do they not? Container? Oh, it's cargo container. Okay. So this looks kind of like we could put cargo containers here or something. I don't know if we could get away with that with the asteroids where they are. And make this like the storage room and like have it sunk in. And then have... Oh, you know what we could do? We could have a row like this. That goes up to that row. And then have on the back here or behind that, you could have them raised up one. Like this. And then that way you could just have a row of pipes that connects to all of that. That would be interesting. Anyways, but this could be our storage room. So platform B, maybe the storage area. And then platform C, up on the wall here. I'm not really sure what this would be for. This could also be storage. This could be a control room of some kind. And I'm totally RPing this base, by the way. Like I'm like the lounge area. That's not useful to us at all right now, at least until food and stuff gets more implemented. But still, so you know, if you were building a space station, you would need a control room of some kind. So yeah, I'm trying to plan out what all we're gonna do with all this stuff and all this room. But I think we're about out of time for this episode. I know this was a little bit talky and maybe a little bit more boring with just placing lights and welding, but we actually did get a lot done. So I had fun. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.